Hi, in this video we are going through the other options for the social review theme. First, on the design tab we have the color scheme. We have preloaded 30 plus different color schemes, so you can choose from. If you're going to change that to baby blue as example, save it, go to the front and then reload it, then you can see all the boxes and the normal standard buttons has changed its colors, and also the newsletter box and all the other boxes are in that color now. Then you also have the ability to change the background color. If you want to choose a color, just click into the field, then choose one and save it, and when we are going to reload it, it will change the background color. Then the same for the background image. Here you can upload a background image, and since this is a big one, I'm going to add no repeat and fixed. Fixed means that it doesn't scroll up and down when you scroll on the window, and you also have the ability to repeat it or not repeat it. If you choose repeat or not repeat, then it will also move when you scroll the window. I'm going to check that no repeat fixed. When I reload, I can see now the image, the background image is there, does show up, and when I scroll it doesn't move. Okay, I'm going to turn that off again. Then the read more button, we already looked at that. The visit site button, you can turn that on, enter your custom text and choose a custom color for it from the drop down. When we go and reload the page, you can see now we have the visit site button showing up. This does only show up when you go to your content and when you entered an URL within the social review theme meta box here at the visit site URL. As soon as you enter one and you enable the visit site button, then it will show up. Okay, for the layout, that's just for the sidebar. If you want to display it on the left or on the right hand side, you can choose that from this option. Breadcrumbs, you can turn them on. If turned on, they only will show up on single pages and it doesn't show up on the home page. We scroll down, reload, you can see we don't have any breadcrumb, and when I'm going to click on a post, then I have them here. They're showing up at the top. Sidebar home page, sidebar block on home page. When we change the home page design, so we have the sidebar here, it's showing the recent posts and comments, and when I turn on the block sidebar on the home page, it will show underneath the home page sidebar. Of course, this can be customized to whatever you want within the widgets area, and now it also shows what I have customized within the block sidebar. The same you can do for on pages. We also have a different widgets area for the pages, and if you want to show the ones from the block the same as on the block, just turn that on here and then it will also show up on pages. Now to the content. Here you have different settings you can do for on the content itself. The featured image, when we go to that content, you can see there is no featured image, and if you turn it on, reload, then it will show at the top. And when you click on the images, then the light box will pop up and show a bigger size of the image. The previous and next post navigation, this will show up underneath the post. So if you're going to turn that on and reload, then it does show us here the next and previous post navigation just after the content. The post meta means all the information we have here on that line, so you can turn that off completely. So it doesn't show up anything, or you can turn them off one by one. Each of these can I need to save again. Each of them can be turned on or off within the options here. Then the comment form and comments on posts. If you want to completely turn them off for every post you publish, just turn them off here, and the same for pages. You just can turn them off on these options. The typography, you can choose a different link color. At the moment it's all blue. If you want the new one, just select one, save changes, and when we go and reload, then the color has been changed for all the links. The same for the link cover color, for the footer link color, which means here below. And if you want to have custom typography, you can turn that on here, and as soon as you turn it on, you can change all the different fonts for the content H1 to H6. Just choose one from the settings here. And for the Google font replacement headlines, it means if you turn that on, then you can select a Google font. It has about 250 or something like that, and when you select one, this replaces the font for the headlines H1 to H6. To choose one, we have a link here to the Google Fonts library, so you can select one and then just turn that on here. The same for the content. For the font size, just one thing I want to add is that 16 pixel the content here is as default set to 16 pixel. This is 100% for the browser, so if you don't change that, normally the browser does always show 16 pixel, the content in 16 pixel. It has shown that it's much easier to read, and I personally would leave it like that, but it's up to you if you want to change that or not. Of course you can do that here. The 404 page, when we go and just type in something, then we have the standard 404 page here, and when you turn that on, you can change that to whatever you want. You can change the title, you can change the content for it, so you can use an image with it or whatever you like. You can completely customize that, and when you have turned it on and we are going to check, now we have our custom 404 page. Here on the language tab, you can set you can translate or add everything to your own language, whatever you like. Everything shown on the front page, which is not your enter content. Here on the post comment or whatever we are going to show, where you can customize that search. That would be for the search box here. If a file is not found, the comment, all the different comments, pages, everything which is shown on the front end you can customize here, so you don't need to translate everything, or you don't need to wait for a translation file being added to the theme. You just can customize that to your needs, and then you have everything for your language. Then we also have import and export feature. If you want to export, first make sure that you saved everything, and then just click on get export. It will create an export file, download the export, save it, and after you have saved it and you want to import that, then just copy the file into the import field. So it looks like that one, and you just can copy it into here from the file you downloaded and click on import. Then it will import all the settings. I don't know if you are building sites which look the same, but it's really a great feature if you have translated everything into your language, and then you just can export these options, so you don't have to do that on every site you create with the social review theme. That's it for the settings. If you have any questions, please submit a support ticket. You just need to click on the button at the right, or submit the questions to our forum, and we will be glad to help you. Thanks for watching.